Dear Mr. President, America, our United States, linked by land but divided by politics and rivalries.
I believe today is an exemplary one of getting the true facts as to how bad off the United States is because of the lack of leadership, the lack of comity, the lack of getting together and agreeing, the lack of, in some way, the leaders of our bodies, our legislative bodies, and others in leadership positions don't quite get it.
History set the stage for the animosity between men with differences. Politicians Alexander Hamilton and rival Aaron Burr hated each other. So much so, one of them actually ended up dead.
Need more? How about Charles Sumner and Preston Brooks in 1856 in an all-out brawl in Congress?
Looking ahead, it is unrealistic to expect partisanship to disappear or even dissipate. But when push comes to shove, when the future of our country is at stake, ideological zeal and short-term political calculation on the part of both Democrats and Republicans must yield to patriotism and the long-term national interest. All told, whether the United States sustains our global economic, political, and military preeminence will depend not on the actions of other countries, but on what we choose to do, the compromises we forge, the sacrifices we accept, and the courage and unity we demonstrate.
Since I was born, we've always been at war.
Since I was born, we've always been in debt.
Since I was born, we've always been at odds.
Mr. President, it's time for a team mentality in Washington. That's the most important issue of 2013.
And we're going to win it as a team. They can throw out all those great backs and great quarterbacks and great defensive players throughout the country and in this conference. But there's going to be one team that's going to play solely as a team. No man is more important than the team. No coach is more important than the team. The team, the team, the team. And if we think that way, all of us, everything that you do, you take into consideration what effect does it have on my team. Because you can go into professional football, you can go anywhere you want to play after you leave here. You will never play for a team again. You'll play for a contract, you'll play for this, you'll play for that, you'll play for everything except the team. And think what a great thing it is to be a part of something that is the team.
Sports. America loves its rivalries on the field, on the court, on the ice, and in the ring. When the games are done, it's just another stat. The results in Congress, that's a different story.
For a combination of reasons, they're not doing their job. And we need politicians to help us find solutions for America, more now than ever. And that's the reason that we're offering this with our colleagues, to try to provide a debate that we should be having in America. I have said on other occasions, we're facing the most perilous time from a national security standpoint in my memory, but the threat is not outside the United States, it's inside.
Dateline, Toledo, Ohio. Home to two all-boys high schools, St. Francis de Sales and St. John's Jesuit. A rivalry? Sure, but unlike Washington, they're examples of working for the greater good.
The arts. Mark Mossing from St. Francis and Thomas Gillen from St. John's have set aside any differences and have banded together for something noble, something patriotic, something by which they know to be as true as the good old red, white, and blue.
Girls. Girls, plain and simple. These rivals spend hour after hour practicing for the local Girls Academy musical, knowing their differences exist, but the end product, what they put on stage, is what's important.
To be honest, I think there's sort of a mutual understanding, and I don't think any of us in sporting events and stuff, but we think like we're a team, that we're on the same side, and because we understand that if we don't think like that, nothing will get done, and nothing's productive that way. So I think there's just sort of a mutual understanding. Hey, we both go to different schools, but there's something we're working towards here.
If we couldn't function because of the rivalry, we would never be able to be on stage together or anything. So we have to function to get the musical done, and it's just a lot of fun.
The arts, like in High School Musicals, provide a respite from reality, but some say Congress has to get real.
I think that at a really young age, we're taught how to compromise. I remember back in grade school doing group projects and stuff, and it almost seems like they're reverting back to being 10 years old, like they can't let the other person speak, and I almost think it's embarrassing for our country to have a stalemate of such highly esteemed people.
I am afraid that if we can't get the members of Congress and the administration to put this ultra-partisanship aside and to finally pull together rather than pull apart, we face the most predictable economic crisis in history.
And for these students, that means their future, their jobs, their education, their pursuit of the American dream.
Please, in 2013, put country first. Our country. Signed, The Future.